Beyond the Gates spoilers for Thursday, May 8 imply that the CBS soap may have been preempted for 2 days thanks to UEFA sports coverage, but the next couple of days will more than make up for the hiatus. It sounds like Fairmont Crest will continue to reel from the aftershock of Leslie Thomas' bombshell regarding her decades-old affair with Ted Richardson. Still, no one will be struggling more to digest the news than Nicole Richardson. In fact, she'll still be in shock. It's going to take some time for her to calm down from the fact that her picture-perfect marriage to Ted was nothing but a lie. With that said, Leslie spilled more than just affair tea, so Nicole will be numb to the idea that she has an uphill battle if she and her kids want to move forward from all this. After all, Leslie revealed that Ted has another daughter in Eva Thomas, one who she may think is just as manipulative as her mom, thanks to the young woman's lies. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Glimmerline, your go-to for all the latest spoilers, gossip, and TV buzz. I'm Selena, and today we're spilling the tea on everything you've missed. Let's dive right in. Nicole may feel overwhelmed at the drama ahead for Catherine "Cat" Richardson and Martin Richardson, as they attempt to adjust to having another sibling. Plus, Leslie really messed with Martin's head when she reminded him of all the times he and his dad would come and visit her at the cafe as a little child. The thought that his dad used him to spend time with his mistress behind his mother's back triggered massive trauma for the congressman, who also exhibited some violent tendencies in the aftermath of Leslie's affair news. Nicole will likely feel numb and spiral during Thursday's episode, so fans should expect to see one of the Duprees step up and pay her a visit. Nicole will need to vent and let her feelings out to someone, as her sister Danny Dupree knows all too well the pain and suffering that comes with a husband betraying his wife. She may swing by to sit by her sister's side and lend an ear to listen and a shoulder to cry on. Speaking of lying and cheating husbands, Bill Hamilton may be on edge. Leslie revealed a ton of incriminating information that caught many off guard during Ted and Nicole's anniversary party, but a major one was his involvement in running her out of town. Beyond the Gates spoilers suggest there might be more to the story, as well as additional lies that Bill is trying to keep hidden. After all, Chelsea Dupree and Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne are mad enough knowing that Bill helped hide Ted's affair all these years, not to mention the threats he issued Leslie to get her to leave Fairmont Crest. Still, how else could Bill be involved? What more could he have done that may jeopardize his relationship with Chelsea and Naomi, along with their trust? Beyond the Gates spoilers hint that Bill is as sleazy as they get. So is he the one who potentially brought Leslie back to Fairmont Crest to cause all this chaos? Or maybe was romantically involved with a woman too? Fans will have to continue to tune in to see how further Bill is into this Leslie mess, and how he plans to dig himself out. Beyond the Gates spoilers indicate that Leslie Thomas implicated Bill Hamilton in Ted Richardson's cover-up of their affair and forced Leslie to leave town, scared that she would have to have an abortion, and that Bill would sell her baby on the black market if she decided to keep the baby. When Hayley Lawson Hamilton hears the news, she may not take it well that Bill was involved in all this, especially since she is considering becoming pregnant with Bill's baby. Hayley may start to look at her husband differently. Hayley already knows that Bill is aware of Ted's affair, but she does not know about Bill's involvement in the cover-up. When the news reaches Hayley, she would not take it well, as she would not like that Bill was involved in the matter. She also would not like the fact that Bill threatened a pregnant woman the way that he allegedly did. Hayley would start to question whether or not she knows who Bill really is. Once Hayley learns the truth, she would confront Bill about his role in the cover-up in Ted's affair, and if Leslie's allegations are true. She would want to hear his side of the story before she decides about how to feel. Bill would probably either gloss over the truth or lie and say that Leslie is crazy. It would be surprising if Bill was honest and admitted that this was true, but it may or may not be. If Leslie's claims are true, Hayley may have to reevaluate her decision to be with Bill. and question whether she wants to be married to a man who would force a woman to have an abortion. This would not sit well with her. Although she loves Bill, she may start to realize the kind of man that he actually is, and start to wonder if she still wants to be in this marriage. Perhaps she never should have stolen him from Danny Dupree, she would think. What do you think? Do you think that Hayley will find out about Leslie's alleged claims against Bill? How will Hayley react? Will she reevaluate her marriage to Bill? Keep watching Beyond the Gates, weekdays on CBS, to find out what's next. And don't forget to check back right here for all your latest Beyond the Gates information, news, and spoilers. Beyond the Gates spoilers note the cat is finally out of the bag, and Nicole Richardson knows about her husband's, Ted Richardson's decades-old affair and the illegitimate child it produced in Eva Thomas. Will Nicole forgive Ted, or will a new love interest emerge to help her move on from this? Beyond the Gates spoilers remind fans that Nicole thought she had the perfect marriage. Sadly, this was not the case. Not only did Ted hide his affair for years, but he also ran Leslie Thomas out of town in the ugliest way possible. Plus, he got Bill Hamilton, Nicole's sleazeball former brother-in-law, involved. On top of that, Leslie was paid off to keep quiet, twice. The salt in the wound to this all. Ted used one-on-one time with his young son, Martin Richardson, as an excuse to visit his mistress. Fans may recall Dr. Carlton Fitzgerald entering the BTG scene back when Nicole received the Distinguished Service Award. He was invited to the event as a guest of hers and was also noted as one of Ted's business associates. While Carlton seems to be closer to Ted, will he end up gravitating toward Nicole? Why even have a character enter the equation unless he brings more to the story? After all, with the soap being so new, adding more faces will only confuse viewers unless they have a purpose to the arc. Anyone could have saved Eva Thomas from that supply closet, right? Plus, before the anniversary party began, it did seem as if there were sparks between Carlton and Nicole when the two had a conversation. It will take Nicole time to get over Ted, but could Carlton help her move off from her farce of a marriage? Do you think Nicole will kick Ted to the curb and move on with Carlton? Drop a comment below. Two of the stars of CBS Daytime's newest soap opera, Beyond the Gates, will chat live with Michael Fairman on Thursday, May 8th, beginning at 7 p.m. ET/4 p.m. PT. Brandon Claiborne and Mike Manning will talk about their on-screen same-sex relationship that is quite complex. In story, Martin has major political aspirations and has been dealing with a trauma from his past that he won't divulge to his husband. Meanwhile, Smitty was once a well-known political reporter who is dipping his toe back into his career after being the house husband to their two teenage children, Samantha and Terrell. Can their marriage sustain through each of their career goals? The two talented actors will be on hand to also share their thoughts on their characters, the importance of LGBT+ representation on television and in the media, and tease what's ahead for their characters, plus field fan questions and comments. Soap fans know Mike Manning from his roles as Charlie Dale on Days of Our Lives and his daytime Emmy-winning role as Caleb on The Bay. Brandon Claiborne began his career as a model and transitioned into acting, having appeared on Primetime's How to Get Away with Murder, Grey's Anatomy, and Tyler Perry's Zatima, to name but a few of his other roles. The 3 anniversary party episodes of CBS's Beyond the Gates lived up to the hype and then some. Leslie's pursuit of revenge led her to the country club where she blew up the worlds of the Richardsons, the Duprees, and her daughters too. And now what? The instant impact was the shattering of a marriage and the reeling of an entire family. Ted is already staying at a hotel. Relationships are about to evolve whether these characters want them to or not. EW talked to Beyond the Gates creator and showrunner, Michelle Valjean, as well as some of the show's cast. How could they not? BTG just unloaded an epic trio of episodes that could serve as a reset of sorts. Relationships will probably change, and circumstances will too. There's a lot of hurt going around, and that's not about to change anytime soon. Amber Michelle played an integral role in these epic episodes. Her character, Eva Thomas, has been riding a fine line the entire series so far. She wanted revenge for herself and her mom. At the same time, Nicole and Ted were instantly welcoming. But it turns out that Eva didn't know her entire story. And after learning that Ted had no idea she even existed, she was devastated, distraught, and alone. Even her mom kicked her out. Michelle very succinctly told EW how she felt the anniversary party saga would affect BTG from here on out. "This is going to elevate our show much," she teased. Meanwhile, Trisha Mangrant, who deliciously plays Eva's relentlessly vengeful mother Leslie Thomas, describes what to expect even more dramatically. She says the bombshells that Leslie dropped right in the middle of that country club pivots everyone's world into a whole different aspect. This changes everything. While many of the article's hints are big picture, Mangrant did give a more specific tease designed to whet viewers' insatiable appetite for this show. Nicole and Leslie will soon face a much-needed, highly anticipated confrontation. "She is going to let me have it," the actress reveals. "I have a feeling that everybody's going to stand up off their couches and their chairs and cheer when they see this moment that we have together." In other words, Nicole has had it. She is done with Leslie. Meanwhile, Val Jean didn't give much away. But she did use 6 words to tease what's ahead for the Fairmont Crest characters, including those affected most by Leslie's long arm of revenge. "Nothing is going to go smoothly," she hinted. After watching the Anniversary Party trilogy of episodes, fans shouldn't expect anything less.